Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today I want to take you into a post that was made on the official Game of Thrones Legends website. It is their January 2025 event calendar. This was posted on January the 3rd, so it was posted a day ago from when I made this video, so I'm sorry I'm so late on getting on top of the news for you. But now, let's look at it together. Sorry about that. The January 2025 calendar starts with the new King's Road, and if you remember correctly, about 2.5 weeks ago I posted a video with a leak on the next King's Road that was going to be Aemond. It is Aemond Targaryen, and he is going to be the one that's in the next King's Road, and he is going to be a very key King's Road for a lot of people because there are a lot of people that are building green teams at this moment, and he's going to be a solid King's Road for those people. So you're definitely going to want to buy that and pick that up. Get those sweet Aemond shards so that you can power up your green team. That's going to help you be way more powerful because green teams are the meta right now. It is what it is. Whether you have one or not, you've felt the sting. Like me, I do not have one, so I have felt the sting, and I have really struggled in events because greens are just way too overpowered right now. They really need some development love. They need some tuning. Oh my god, please developers, take a look at that. I know you know about it. You can't miss it. Anyway, it's going to be January the 6th, and that is going to be from when I make this video tomorrow. So you have one day until this new Gold Road goes live. It will last until February the 3rd. And it'll probably be just like every other Gold Road. Have your good rewards on there, gold tokens, hero tokens for Aemond, and I'm not sure who else, but it will be worth the purchase. Even if you don't have a green team, the Gold Road is still by far the best purchase in the game for the value, because for $9.99 USD, you can't get a better deal than what you get out of the Gold Road. As long as you participate in it, you have to complete the Gold Road to get all the rewards, so keep that in mind. That's just how it works. January the 1st through the 7th, we will see the attack on Rook's Rest, which is what's going on right now, actually, and that is a very fun event. I like this one the best so far, I think, out of all three. The Egg event, the Rook's Rest, and the Battle of the Bastards. I think I like this one the best so far. One of the things I like about it is that they've kind of toned back the effort required to complete it, because it's only 15 battles versus 20 on the others, and I really like that. So I think that was a smart move, and I hope going forward they look at doing that for future events and possibly tune the Dragon's Egg and the Battle of the Bastards back to 15 as well. That would be really cool. I think that's about the sweet spot, honestly. Then it's going to come around again the 16th through the 21st, so those summons will be available during these two periods, 1st through 7th and 16th through 21st. That's going to be really important for a lot of people because Aegon and Sunfire are key components of most people's event teams right now. Like I said, the green team is the meta. It is the way. So if you have a green team, you need to be participating in this and getting all those sweet Rook's Rest tokens so that you can make those pulls and get more of these heroes. January the 9th through the 14th, we'll have a good old Rhaenyra back for the Dragon Egg quest. This one is my personal go-to because these are the shards that I'm really looking out for. I'm always ready to get more of Rhaenyra because Rhaenyra is just one of the best characters in the game, honestly, and if you ever get the opportunity to get her shards, you need to do it for sure, because you'll see if you don't use her now, you will in the future. Her leadership ability is the best in the game, and she's just that good. Battle of the Bastards quest will be be back on the 23rd through the 26th. This is the one that we just did right before Rook's Rest event, so it will take a minute for this one to cycle back on. It'll be closer to the end of the month, and it's going to be, your chance to get some more Tormund, to get some more Ramsay, the Bastard Jon Snow. This is a good event as well to participate in, because as I'm finding, Tormund is beast, so getting his shards is really, really good. I'm looking forward to this coming back around again, because I really want some more of those Tormund. I want to get my Tormund to 6-star because he's just amazing. I'm not lying. I didn't know that. I've slept on him, and I wish I would have known that, and I'd have put a lot more effort into him before. Then they give a notice that the weekly summons starting each Monday at 11 a.m. So those will be when these repeat on a Monday, each Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So just kind of do the math on that, on conversion, on what that means for your time zone. Now, they give a little breakdown about each one of these events, and let's just look at that real quick. I don't want to read them word for word because I don't want this video to go too long. This is basically just designed to be a little news post here, but there may be some good nuggets in here that we need to see. The Battle Pass of Fair Exchange is going to be the King's Road and the Gold's Road. This is going to be the one with Aemon Targaryen in it that we spoke about earlier. They're basically just saying, here it is, this is who's going to be in it. In addition, though, to the Fair Exchange, King's Road and Gold's Road, the We Light the Way summon will be available during this time. This summon will feature legendary champions Aemond, Alicent, the Green Queen, and Otto Hightower. Now this is going to be a really, really important one for you guys that are doing green teams, because these are some key characters in your green team composition. I recently had a member of the Red Wedding Planners join my Discord the other day. Her name is Kirbykins, and she is the wife of the leader, Wu Tang, of the Red Wedding Planners. Shout out to them. They're an awesome, awesome house. She came to our Discord and gave us some advice on some of the best ways to use green teams. She really knows what she's talking about. She has an amazing green team, and if you've faced her, you know what I'm saying. She probably ripped you to shreds. But yeah, this is going to be a super, super important one for you guys that are rocking green teams, because Aemond is only available with the Gold Road Pass, and then these heroes, which are key components of the green team, will be available as well. So you guys that have the green teams, this is your time to shine right here. You better make the most of it. If you were ever going to spend, now is probably the time. So, I hate to advise that, because we've seen in the past how things can get nerfed, especially after people spend a lot of money on stuff, but they're the hotness right now, and I have a feeling that Zynga developers on this game are probably going to let them go for a little while, because they're making a lot of money on these green characters right now. Everybody's wanting to buy them, so, why would they cut their own throat and nerf them right now? I think they will nerf them in the future, but that's only going to be after revenue starts to decline, honestly. And that they're getting ready to release their next hotness, which I'm hoping, fingers crossed, will be the black team, but we'll see. We'll see. That's just a guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to predict anything. I'm just saying. Okay, let's move on to the PvP rewards. January the 6th through February the 3rd will be the PvP reward section. You will be getting champion shards for Ygritte again, as we have for the last time or two. She'll be continuing on as the hero. I'm really anxious to see who's going to be the next giveaway in the PvP rewards, and maybe I'll put just a little bit more effort into it. Right now I'm just kind of bouncing back and forth between Gold 2 and Gold 3, because that's a comfortable place for me with the amount of effort that's required to stay there. I just don't have a lot of time to really push for the raids, because Ygritte is not really somebody I'm interested in, so I'm not really going to be a sweaty tryhard on that one, but it is what it is. Hopefully we'll see an awesome hero come in place in that one next. The Legend Trial, the Unpaid Debt. Now this is really, really awesome for me to see, because what this is this seems to be a new trials special event like the Into Essos event where you get the Shards of Jorah. This looks to be a new one of those. Monday, January the 20th through January the 30th, we will get this new one, Unpaid Debt. We'll earn champion shards for legendary champion Walder Frey for completing legends of this upcoming trial. Now, Walder Frey is not really somebody I'm interested in at all, but they are pushing the bleed mechanic pretty heavily, so it's goes without saying that they're probably going to make their next special shard trial be one of these for one of the bleed heroes. So that's what's going on. If you're into the bleed mechanic, then by all means be paying attention for these. I think there was a community member named Talia that was always really big into the bleed mechanic. She'll probably be really interested in this one, so shout out to her. Just wanted to say hi because I think she's cool. But anyway, the events now, let's talk about that. We got the Dragon Egg quest, and let's see if they made any special little notations about that. When it's available, the Dragonstone summon will be available like normal. Summon will feature champions Rhaenyra, Criston Cole, Alicent Hightower as the Queen Dowager. So that's the same thing that we're used to on that. The Battle of the Bastards will be available, and the Winterfell summon will be available throughout, and before and after feature Jon Snow, Battle of the Bastards version, Tormund, Ramsay, and 1-1. So this is going to be one I'm going to hit hard on 23rd through the 26th. I wish I didn't have to wait that long for that one. Dang it. Need those sweet Tormund shards. Assault on Rook's Rest, that's what's going on now, and when it will be available again. So you Greens, man, you're really getting this stuff served up to you on a platter. Congratulations to you, because if you're really into this, I'm glad to see you happy. I'm glad to see you be able to get what you're needing, and they're really giving it to you. So make sure you take advantage of that. Aegon and Sunfire, for sure. Then we will talk about the summons that are coming up. December 30th through January 6th, we've got the Sisters Reunited. That's one that, I don't really ever see myself worrying about. They're just Sansa and Arya on that one. Just not great. They're like tier C or D. The Khalasar summon, Daenerys and Khal Drogo, it was hot back in the day when the Free Cities was a thing. Now, not so much, so I don't know. I guess if you're just into them, you might want it. The Red Wedding, Walder Frey, Roose Bolton, and Walder Rivers. I have a feeling this will become more important in the future because they are continuing to push those bleed heroes. So at some point, you're going to probably wish you had some of these. Right now, I don't really see it personally for me to chase after because I'm focusing on other things, but it is what it is. January 6th through the 13th, we have the Order of the Kingsguard, and that is going to feature Jaime Lannister and Barristan Selmy. Don't really see myself ever worrying about that one. The Dynamic Duo. Now, this is an interesting one now because I think some people are starting to really think about building Tyrion and Bronn teams for their yellow Viserion dragons that they're facing in Legendary Assault. Shout out to the Red Wedding planners. They kind of gave me a tip that they think that this is a good team comp to use if you can just get through the first couple of rounds without the dragon killing Bronn. It seems like you can throw Tyrion on Bronn over and over and make him go insane on the yellow dragon. So this may be something that people want to pay attention to a little bit in the future. It hasn't really been on my radar an awful lot, which it should have been, because I've used Tyrion for a long time, and I just recently, kind of moved away from using him because I've been adding in Stannis and Tormund into my builds now and slotting him out. But if this was a good comp for a Yellow Dragon team, there's a lot of people that are hitting a brick wall skull on 7 skull yellow dragons, and this might be interesting. So shout out to the Red Wedding planners for that little tip. I appreciate them, and I appreciate that info, because that might help us all do better as well as they're doing. They're doing amazing, so shout out to them. Candidate of the King's Moot, featuring legendary champions Yara Greyjoy and Euron Greyjoy. Don't really know a lot about the Greyjoys, so this one's just kind of personal preference, I guess. If you're into the raid mechanic, I guess, I don't know. Personally, I feel kind of bad that I don't have a lot to say about this one, but I just don't know, because I don't have them at all, so I haven't never got to try them. January 13th through the 20th, we get the Westeros Conqueror, featuring Daenerys Targaryen, Mother of Dragons, and Grey Worm. This is one that's always really tempting for me, because Grey Worm and Daenerys are always in my team comp, so at some point I'm looking to take them past the 6 skull I've got skulls on the brain, the 6-star variant where I have them both right now, so at some point I'm going to need to hit that one again, so that one's always a popular one, I feel. Exile to Essos, featuring Jorah Mormont and Viserys. I think a lot of people still use Viserys, and Jorah, if you use a Free Cities team, can be good, so that one might be one you pull for. A Wedding for the Ages, Joffrey and Marjorie. I've seen a lot of people with Marjorie in their party. Hardly ever see anyone with Joffrey, so I don't suggest that one, but a lot of people use Marjorie for some reason, so she may be one you're interested in pulling for, but I wouldn't really think so, but it may happen. Survivors of the Watch is coming back around again. We have that one on right now, actually. Jon Snow and Ghost is going to be a hot one always, because they are key components of ice teams, which is the way for dragons. If you have a strong ice team, you're probably not struggling on dragons right now, unless you're trying to break that barrier to the 8 and higher skull versions, is where it probably starts to fall down, unless you actually have them pretty strong. And then we just have repeats of the same summons again. Sister Reunited, the Red Wedding. January 27th to February 3rd, we have the Monster Beyond the Wall. I haven't really seen those heroes become effective yet, so I'm not going to suggest that one. The Rightful King, the Khalasar, the Khalasar is kind of whatever. Now this one right here, the Rightful King, this is probably going to be one of the biggest events that come up in the near future, because people that don't have green teams are still trying to rely on Stannis as the meta paired with Rhaenyra to make good teams that can do good in events. And this is about, if you don't have a green team, this is about our only hope right now. So that's all I'm saying. It's about my only hope. So this one's going to be a big one for me, so I'm going to save up for this one. And when it comes around, I'm going to launch myself into that, because I have got to get my Stannis to 6 stars, and then I can die a happy man. But for right now, he's at 5, and he's not doing as good as he could, but with 6 and Rhaenyra at 6, oh yeah, it's going to be sweet, sweet shard breakage. It's going to be good. Gem breakage. So prepare yourself for the month ahead, House Leaders, the Game of Thrones Legends team. So that right there is your breakdown of the January event schedule. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it probably was a little winded, because we could have cut it a little bit shorter, but I did want to make sure we looked at everything and let you get my thoughts on everything, because I do want to make sure that we talk about this stuff so that you can have some foreknowledge about what to expect, what's going on right now, in case you're not into what's the meta. Let me give you that advice so that you can kind of know what you want to plan to do, because this game is really stingy on resources, so you have to pay attention to your plan going forward about what you want to build, and know when those summons are coming around, so that you can save for them, and so that you can then be ready to launch and invest all that you've saved when they do come around, because this is important. You only get certain times of the month to be able to advance the key characters that you want to advance, and if you've learned anything by playing this game, you know that you need to pick a team and focus. because if you're somebody that tries to build everything, then you're not going to be effective at all. But if you're smart and you pick a team to focus on 4 events, and you pick a team to focus on 4 legendary assault, then you're going to be way more effective than anyone else that just kind of willy-nilly grows and expands everything they get their hands on. Because this game is all about focus. You have to focus. Okay, so that's my tips and tricks for today. I hope you enjoyed this content. I really appreciate you being here watching it and taking your time. You could be doing a million other things, but you chose to spend that time with me, and I really appreciate that. Be sure to check my Discord for a link, or check my description of this video for a link to my Discord, because we have a thriving, active community there that we interact with about the game and get to know each other and build friendships, talk amongst our houses and all that kind of thing. It's also where I recruit from for my house, the Three-Eyed Ravens. So, drop in and say hi, and we'll interact with you. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next Game of Thrones Legends video. Peace.